You're alone in the kitchen, and you hear your own voice say it out loud. Okay, where did I put that? Nobody's there. And for half a second you wonder if that's a little strange. It isn't. A brain that talks to itself out loud is usually running a tool most people quietly lost somewhere around the age of 7. 6 rare traits come with it. Number 5 is the one that'll change how you hear your own voice. Trait 1. Watch a small child try to do something hard. They talk themselves through every step out loud. Red 1 goes here. No. There. Psychologists have a name for it, private speech, and it's how a young mind learns to steer itself by narrating the plan until the hands catch up. As we grow, that talk is supposed to go quiet and sink inward and vanish, and for almost everyone, it does. You kept it. When you mutter right, do this first, then that. Before a hard job, you're reaching for the single oldest self-control tool the human mind owns, the one that builds focus and follow through from the outside in. You didn't fail to grow out of it. You held onto the part that was actually working. Here's one you can test on yourself tonight. Next time you've lost your keys, say the word out loud. Keys. Keys. You'll spot them faster, and it isn't luck. Researchers ran exactly that, sending people to find an item on a crowded shelf, and the ones who said the name out loud found it quicker than the ones who searched in silence. Saying a thing's name sharpens the picture of it in your head and tells your eyes what to lock onto. So when you talk yourself through a busy moment, you're not cluttering it up. You're using language the way it works best, as a tool that aims your attention, not just a way to chat. Most people only ever point words at other people. You point them at the world, and the world answers back faster. Now listen to how you steady yourself when it counts. Right before something hard, you'll catch your own voice saying, "Okay, you've got this, just start." Notice you said you, not I. That tiny switch is doing real work. There's a whole line of research on what's called distanced self-talk, and the finding is remarkably clean. When people coach themselves by name, or as you, they calm down faster, think more clearly, and hold up better under pressure than the ones stuck repeating, "I'm so nervous." Talking to yourself out loud is how you take one step back from your own panic and become your own steady voice. Plenty of people need a friend on the phone to get there. You can do it standing alone in a parking lot before the thing you've been dreading. You carry the calmer version of yourself around inside you. You also run things before they happen. The conversation you're nervous about, the thing you have to say to your boss, the call you keep putting off. You say it out loud first. In the car, in the shower, pacing the room. People love to call this overthinking. It's closer to a flight simulator. Out loud, you get to hear how the words actually land, where a sentence trips, which line comes out wrong, all before it can cost you anything real. You're not trapped in the moment. You're building a low-stakes version of it so the real one goes better. A mind that can stage a scene that hasn't happened yet and learn from it is doing something genuinely sophisticated, even when it looks like you're just talking to the steering wheel. This is the one I think you'll feel in your chest, so stay with me a second. There are problems you genuinely cannot solve inside your own head, and the only thing that ever cracks them is saying them out loud. You start explaining the whole tangle to nobody, to the wall, to the dog, and somewhere in the middle of your own sentence the answer just walks in. Programmers actually have a name for this. They call it rubber duck debugging, where you fix the broken code by explaining it, line by line, to a little rubber duck on the desk. It works because talking forces a half-formed thought into a straight line, and the gap you couldn't see is suddenly forced to show itself. That's not you being scattered. That's reasoning out loud, which is about the most powerful form of thinking there is. You don't talk to yourself in spite of being smart. You talk because it's how your mind does its hardest work. And the last one is the warmest. Most of your talking out loud isn't instructions or problems at all. It's just the inner world spilling over the edge. A running commentary, a joke nobody else will ever hear. A quiet, "Huh, would you look at that," to an empty room. That overflow only happens when there's a lot going on in there to begin with. A loud narrator and a busy imagination. A mind that does a pretty good job of entertaining itself. It's the reason you're so rarely bored alone. You've got company that travels with you everywhere you go. People who never make a sound on their own aren't more normal. Their inner room is just quieter. Yours is full enough that some of it leaks out into the kitchen. And honestly, that's a good sign about how interesting it is to be you, even with no one else around. So what's really going on underneath all 6? it comes down to one idea, from a psychologist named Vygotsky. As children, we all think out loud, every thought spoken into the air. As we grow up, that speech is meant to sink inward and turn into silent thought, the quiet voice you hear in your head when you read this. For most people, it goes all the way under. For you, it never fully submerged. And it's worth being clear about why, because it's the opposite of what people assume. Your speech stayed a little out loud not because your mind is slow, but because it runs loud, fast, and full. Busy enough that the thinking keeps breaking the surface. Talking to yourself isn't the system glitching. It's the exact same system everyone has, just running with the volume turned up. The voice didn't fail to go quiet, there was simply too much happening in there to keep it down. So line them up. You kept the oldest focus tool there is. You aim words at the world and find what you're looking for faster. You talk yourself calm when most people need someone else to do it for them. You rehearse the hard moment before it gets a chance to hurt you. You crack your toughest problems out loud. And you're good enough company to yourself that the inner world spills over. Not one of those is a person losing it in an empty house. That's a person carrying a full set of tools that happen to make a little noise. So the next time you catch your own voice in a quiet room, you don't have to glance around and hope nobody heard. You can just let it run. It's been on your side the whole time, and if you just pictured that one person who's always muttering away to themselves in the kitchen, you already know who to send this to. Subscribe and stick around for the next one, where we get into why some people hear a full, loud voice narrating their head all day, and others hear almost nothing at all. Until then, take care of yourself.